Hello everybody, MJ Gaming back with another video, and today we're playing 60 Seconds. It's a game where it's a survival game where you're inside like a shelter. I played it once or twice in like a test run and the video corrupted and failed, and the other video was the audio was too loud, so this is actually my third attempt at the game. So I already know a little bit about it. Start by grabbing Timmy and the axe. Okay, two things good right away. Throw those in. Alright, let's get Mom in the back over here. What else should we get? Let's get the med kit. Medkit's always good. Medkit is one of the better things we can have. Okay, let's grab the flashlight and then let's find Mary Jane. Where's Mary Jane at? Where's Mary Jane at? Oh, there she is in her room. No. Get in the room. Mary Jane. No. 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 I can't drop it. Mary Jane. Let's go. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Get in. Get in. God, there's stuff in the way. Mary Jane. Go, go, go. Get to the exit. Get to the exit. Get to the exit. No! No. No. Two people are not in the shelter. Dang it. That was not a good run. We got a lot of things, but that was not a good run. One more time. I'm not putting it on easier skill. I'm keeping it to skill. Level of a minute. This is just a challenge. Okay, who's the farthest? Wife's the farthest, so we're gonna grab her first. And then we're going for the med kit. Wife and the med kit. Med kit. Med kit. Got the med kit. Got the med kit. Get Mary Jane, get this padlock, throw him in. Alright, go for Timmy. Oh shoot, get in the door, the thing. Okay, let's make a run for some things. See what we can grab. Okay, we'll come in here. We will grab a can of soup, food, the water. Where's something? Boy Scout manual. We'll grab it. Grab these three things. Dude, we just stayed in the thing. I was terrified. I was not about to go back out. Screw that. Okay. So now we're in the bunker. See what we can do. Day one. All of us made it in the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. Got a flashlight. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. Oh, dang. Okay, everybody's just gonna be chilling for day one. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what can we make of this terrible situation. Is our housing still standing? Or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Ooh. Day two. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now we should be more interested in our plan for water rationing. Mary Jane says she's fine. Timmy's on his best behavior. Dolores is doing quite well. And there's nothing going on with Ted. Okay, everybody's chill. We're gonna continue on. Looks like the area's still radiated. Coming to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. No, you're not getting sick. Peculiar, it seems like the whole shelter has been shaking every couple minutes, and it feels like it's getting stronger every time this happens. Here it comes again, and it's way worse. It's an earthquake. Hang on to the flashlight. Is there anything we can hang on to? Day 3. Everyone okay? Let's hope so. We need to make a proper inspection. That was one nasty earthquake. We never used to get such bad ones before. It's all because of the atoms. Definitely the atoms. No one should mess with atoms. No one. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Day 4. As we were running around looking for something to smash that furry rodent with, it just disappeared. So did one of our food cans. The question is, how did that devil fit it through one of those little holes? Okay, everybody needs a drink right now, so give everybody some water. Neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now, so we had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was planning to ride a said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to see some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine the whereabouts. We don't have a map, so we're going to continue on with that. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away, waving their wooden swords, and screamed something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Everybody seems okay. So, the contamination is still strong. Scavenging these conditions could result in radiation sickness. A group of doctors knocked on the door today, requested some supplies that would be helpful in refilling the first aid kits. We didn't doubt that they were a real deal for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Shall we help them? Nope. We only have one thing of water. Can't help them. Day 6. Someone's about to go out. We don't think they were real doctors, but just in case they were, we got rid of them quickly, before they could start charging us for a home visit. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Okay, everybody looks fine. Nothing with Ted. The contamination of town is so strong, scavenging these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We're going to have to send someone out. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves going crazy. We're done fighting, but for how long? Everybody looks like they need some food, so everybody gets to eat. We need to make a choice for today's expedition. Who's going to go outside? Timmy, you're going off first. You're bringing the flashlight. Good luck on finding things. Day 8. Everybody looks like they're surviving. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do if he doesn't come back. Okay, so everybody at this moment gets water. The other day, we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened, we found a suitcase on the doorstep and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looked like it meant for us. Should we check out what's inside? Of course. Why wouldn't we? See what we get. Do we get anything? Oh, what happened? Oh, inside the suitcase, we found some soup, but yuck, it expired a long time ago. Not feeling very well. Some of us spend the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Oh, Mary Jane contracted an illness, but everybody else is good. Still surviving these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's not something we are looking forward to. Day 10. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. And looks like everybody's alright. We opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air. We discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was a note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we look inside? Yes, we're looking inside it. If something happens again, the same thing. Oh, yes. A gift. There's no such thing as too much water nowadays. We inspected it thoroughly after taking it out of the suitcase, but it looked absolutely harmless and purified. We hope we get to meet this generous stranger one day and thank him or her personally for keeping our family well hydrated. We're going to give Mary Jane a health kit. As we were about to start our book club discussion on the only book we all read, the phone book, we were interrupted by a rapid knocking at the door. We found it was a group of refugees who survived the blast, just like we did. They were looking much worse than us and begged us to provide them any water. Yes, we can give you a can of soup. We are able to do that. Day 12. Oh my, Timmy came back with a map. Never seen anyone so touched by a simple gift. A minute later, those poor people were hugging us like there was no tomorrow, quite possible, actually, and thanking us for the gesture. They were eager to repay us, and one of their group offered a map of the local area. They claimed it helped them get here, so it brought luck upon whoever used it. We promised we would give it a try and wish them a safe journey. Timmy came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We used to go to the waterfront before all this happened. It was a great place to enjoy time with your family and watch shipboats and sailors. We were really excited to find out one of our favorite yachts a few blocks away from our house. We found it a bit mysterious that it's now moored in the middle of the crossroads, but there are plenty of reasonable explanations for that. Found a few soup cans in the yacht. That's cool. Cargo hold. Seems rich people like soup too. Soup is great. We love soup. Curses, our flashlights out of service after that expedition. Okay, so everybody gets to eat. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never have a telephone signal again when suddenly a phone started ringing from somewhere outside. Figured the phone booth across the street. Someone go answer it? Yep, Dolores. You're going out. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on the other side. We hope they'll get back to us. Everybody looks like they're doing good. Ted's doing well. Everybody's surviving. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listen to some reasonable answers. So how about turning to a radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? We don't have a radio. Mary Jane, you're going out there. Good luck. They said ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Okay, everybody's doing good. Mary Jane, you're going outside. You're not bringing anything. Day 15. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she comes back. Everybody needs food. We have some food. Ted gets water. Not yet. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can probably bad. Okay. So we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for them. Any sign from them? Okay. Continuing on. Day 18. Let's see what happened. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. First option sounds a bit more... Oh gosh. We only have one water. Giving it to Ted. There's never a good time to go into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later, and plan a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We only had a minute to decide what to do. Well, we have nothing to do. We can't do anything. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror awaited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do. We shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we'll keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves, survival of the fittest and all. Day 18. Oh no. If only we had a few drops of water, we couldn't avoid what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. This is it. We've officially gone too long without a flashlight. If we don't fix and play Shadow Bunny soon, someone's snap, and we don't want that. Trust us, we really don't. Okay, we got a book. Use the book. Oh no, Ted is crazy. Excellent, the flashlight worked like a charm. We can actually see where we're going. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Ted has gone crazy. Yo, maniacs, you blew it up. Ah, damn you all to hell. There's something we should have told our neighbors when they blew up their BBQ last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good BBQ. Barbecue. Day 20. Oh no. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to drink. The wasteland is just full of surprises, like this man on the other side of the door knocking and claiming that he's willing to offer a lot for a decent amount of imagination. Shall we trade? No, but we can try the chessboard. Oh, Mary Jane came back with just a fat supply of water. We offered checkers instead of ammunition. The visitor was quite confused and tried to explain to us what ammunition is. We pretended to understand nothing. It was very amusing until we left with our checkerboard, asshole. Well, damn. The barber said the most amazing clerk who always asked us to come again, and we found it intact. We found a shelf with a big sign that read everything for 99 cents. The only thing left were bottles of water. Huh? Expensive. Oh, unless for $99. There was a restroom in the back. Inside we found a dead body next to a first aid box. A gas mask was hanging on the wall. There was a sign next to it that read, "Is it safe?" Oh, yes. Oh, we have barely any food. We're just going to save on the food right now. Oh. The state of the wasteland, it remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it and go out. After all, you only live once. Alright, Ted, we are sending you out. Conspiracy is not very friendly environment. We argument over things easily. We only have 2 people left in the fam. Day 22. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Ted's stomach is rumbling. We're going to give Mary Jane the food. We're going to send Ted outside. Ted's going outside with the gas mask. Because we really don't need the gas mask inside. It would only benefit if he went outside with the gas mask. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Ted left for the surface. We hope we'll be back soon. We keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from the radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Okay. Day 24. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. First off, she sounds a bit more insane. Alright, Mary Jane, you get some water. This trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that believable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely suspicious big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the way, were they? Don't wreck that Boy Scout handbook. Day 25. That was close. The nest of those glowing bugs might have been worse than enough to drive silent in the wasteland. Roaches are worse, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. A stranger pushing a rusty wheelbarrow filled with all kinds of goods stopped by today. claimed he's a trader looking to barter for items he requires. We're not offering any of those. Nope. Scarce and our moral is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly all the folks from the retirement home. Should be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway, and we need them, right? Yes. We're gonna attempt. Last time... Let's see what we get. Day 27. Ted's back with no food. We went, got what we needed, came back. We're sure that the group will do just fine. Most probably, yeah, absolutely. Got bug spray. Ted slowly returned from his voyage to the surface. We believe that our expedition in the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. It's quite a long walk from our house to the docks. We knew of a promising warehouse in the area. It survived the blast, but the sea waved around half of it. We were hoping it wasn't the better half. Water everywhere, and finding empty bottles of store was not a problem. The problem was the water we filled them with was kind of salty. We got 4 waters. And the gas mask was damaged. And everybody is tired, but everybody can have water for now. And we're going to send Mary Jane. We're a regular family, so it'll be the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other, so let's hope this won't last long. Why? They just got home. Should be a celebration. Oh no. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Mary Jane's going out. She's bringing the bug spray. Day 29. Uh-oh. Ted's looking sick. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted looks very weak. We discussed everything we could and no one is willing to chat anymore. The silence is really disturbing. We should do something before we start talking to ourselves instead. And we do not have... Alright, Ted's looking better though. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard we can hear the neighbors in their shelter? Ted looks really weak, but he recovered from his sickness. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. We'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety, but we don't have the radio. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Tommy. We do not have the radio, which sucks. That's awful. Day 31, we're still surviving. Oh, Ted got sick again. If there's one thing we need to do is to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's throwing around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more. Ted looks sick. We could release some more supplies. We count all of them today and the numbers do not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that a teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they're relatively safe and we could really use whatever they have. We're attacking kids? I guess we're trying to survive. Oh, they didn't have anything? We had no idea they installed some kind of alarm system around the shelter door. As soon as we tried to open it, we were jumped and attacked with those loose bricks and map pointers. There were way too many adults. We were expecting just one teacher, but it turns out they left children behind to make space for themselves. We are appalled. Those terrible, terrible teachers. Mary Jane, we need you. Trash can again. Let's take out these giant green cockroaches. Before it was those bugs. Oh, and we lost. Alright, let's see what happened. We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was huge, hairy, had 8 legs, and a glowing head. Hopefully we have to deal with them again. Every day Ted is becoming more and more absent-minded. Since early this morning, he had been completely committed to reading a newspaper, or rather something that he seemed to think was a newspaper, our toilet tissue. He seemed very interested in it, so we didn't want to drag him away from his reading. He didn't answer a call of nature, but then he accidentally reached for a map. Suffice to say, it's unusable now. Absolutely unusable. However, Ted didn't seem to be bothered by it, and we tried to make him realize what he'd done and take back the toilet paper. He just muttered that he might lend it to us when he's finished. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. Fear something has happened. Without food, Ted was strong, but it was too much for him. He starved to death. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. And we spent 35 days. And we died. Dang it. Alright, well, that is the first run of 60 seconds. Tried it out, got to day 35, so I'll probably come back to this and try it again in the future. And maybe try to get longer, try to get farther. So, see you guys in the next episode. Peace.